Okay, so I'm using my tip, my super sharp tip. Again, I don't love this tip just because you almost have to always stipple when you use it, which is putting the little dots. The only thing about it, I just don't think it's gonna work for bamboo. I might have to switch again, which is always fun. Finding the right tip is super important because of the fact that if you don't have the right type of tip for what you're drawing or burning or whatever, it's gonna make it look really weird. So for example, right now, I've used 3 tips. So the one that I don't like the most is actually the one I've used my smallest tip for, which is believed to be the best tip. But that's how it turned out. This little lump right there, it's terrible. It's frustrating. But I'm gonna go through and fix it once I get to a good stopping point. So, and I can show you how I'm gonna do that as well. So I'm gonna try to not stipple and see if I can actually get any coloring to come out of this. Usually what happens if you don't do dots with this type of a tip, it's gonna basically just scrape the coloring right off. As soon as you get one layer on, you try to go through it another time to add a little bit more color, it's gonna scrape the first layer right off. I think if you hold it a little bit slower, that'll be minimized. It's just when you're working with bamboo, you really need to be able to cover a good amount of space and get really deep in there. Otherwise it won't make the color. So I'm super excited because I have the day off today and I will be on Smule later, which is my name, Ariel, an O and then 4 H's. So I'm gonna be on there later. I want to get these logos done and post this on my Etsy, emberink.etsy.com, so that I can get on and sing, because singing is really something I love to do and I haven't been on in a minute. So I'm kind of excited to have this day off. I also have real life things I need to do, like chop up our tree in the backyard and laundry, etc., etc. I don't want to do it though. I just want to do this. This and singing. Okay. So I hope everyone's having an amazing day. I love to do art. And anyone who's watching this, I would assume you do too. And so I'd say hello, kindred soul, kindred spirit across the universe. I'm glad that you found me. The funny thing is sometimes I watch YouTube videos and I'm like, people are so ingenuine. It like forces me to think like, WTF, like, what the heck, you know? I don't like the forced conversation that people have. However, you're with a seasoned self-talker, so I talk to myself frequently, which means I'm very good at conversing when there's nobody else actually here. But I don't know. I just had a text pop up, so it sort of threw me off my train of thought. Yes, I hope your day is amazing. I'm glad you found me, and we're almost done with this logo. It's coming along. I've got like 3 more lines to draw, and then I'm gonna color it in later. I just want to get the outline done, post these videos, etc. Baby, can't you see you belong to me? Round. Actually, straight lines are harder to draw than round lines on bamboo. Because straight lines, it like jumps side to side, so then it's not a straight line. The round lines, you can at least go with it a little bit. Sort of lean into it. I don't know how I'm liking this sharp tip. I don't know that I am liking it. We'll see how it turns out. I also frequently rotate my tips as I'm drawing because, especially if it's a round one. So I don't know if you could just see that, but that just dug way in to my wood spoon, my tip did, and it's because my other side that I've been using for a while, it was on this side, and then my new side is here. It's because it gets this buildup on it. And even though you clean them in between uses, especially with these little ones, they get built up really fast. And I'm talking like, I usually have to clean them within, I don't know, like a half an hour of starting use. I mean, realistically a lot faster than that, but if you kind of know you can work around that a little bit by twisting it around, getting away from that residue that's built up on there. And then I also will sometimes take like a piece of wood I'm not using, and I'll scrape off the residue on it. That helps a lot because there's a lot of buildup that'll come up, and that's just sort of a quick solution until you can switch out tips and cool it off and clean it out, you know? So I'm gonna finish this little eyeball circle, and then I'll get off of this video. Then I might get some food, and I might eat, and then I might sing. I think I might sing after that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that's where my day is going right now. Song be stuck in my head hard. I also blow on the whatever it is frequently. Again, if you're using mainstream items like bamboo spoons, like such, they a lot of times will have a seal on them, which I like sand that off, but even when I sand it for 20 minutes, I still will have parts of the spoon where that residue is still on there, which, as you can imagine, is extremely frustrating. That's okay. We'll get past it. Let's see. So, this is the rough version. I think that's where I'm gonna stop because I'm at 8 minutes pretty much. So, that's gonna be my first logo that I've actually put on. Eventually, all those lines will be colored in, and I will see you later.